So this is my program. Now I have to be add the external jars, right? So this is my program, and I want to insert this row. Which row? First one is a string name, images name, and second one is image type, right? So which is nothing but blob type image in the images table. So what I will do, I'll just minimize it, and how you have to be insert this. First, you have to be right click and click on the build path, configure build path. In this, you have to be select the class path. If it is not there, then what you have to do in the class path, you have to be click on add external jars. Okay, in the add external jars, it will show which one, OJDBC 11 jar. Okay, so here it is OJDBC 11, this thing. Okay, so it got added two times. I don't want this getting added two times. And now you understood, right? So it is in C drive application products 21C. You have to be always remember this path. If you forgot where you have saved, so just remember this path, select, apply and close. So it is successfully added. Where is this? Insert image. So reference libraries, it has to be show. Select, build path. Just now I have select. I might be okay. It went. I selected, I guess, remove. So add external jars. Click on the OGDBC 11. Click on open. So it is added. Apply, apply and close. So it is a reference libraries as successfully added. So what you have to do, I'll just maximize it, and this is my program. I want to insert these values, this two columns in my images table, right? I have to be get this row inserted or not. I have to get the confirmed. And now what I will do, I'll just go here, run as Java application. So this is successfully showing that a row inserted. Now I have to get the confirmation. Okay, I want to insert this picture in a JPG file into my table. Okay, so who is my table? Images. I have to be set the build path. I have already set the build path. Now go to the SQL developer. Who is the SQL developer? It is nothing but the GUI client. Where it is my SQL developer? Here it is. SQL developer. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to go get the confirmation. Okay, how whether that row is inserted or not. So for that purpose, you have to be write this. Okay, it's taking time. Select star from images and with colon. So you have to be click on run. So it is so as I have many times executed, right? First time, second time, third time, and fourth time. So the last one which is updated seconds, right? 1.35 seconds, 0 seconds. So this is the last one that it got added successfully. Now what you have to do, because this is a picture, okay, and here there is a button where we can view in blob type. Okay, our row is inserted successfully, but here we don't get the button which view in image as below binary format. So for that purpose, what we have to do, we have to be install the SQL server, MySQL. Okay, how the MySQL server and the Workbench will get installed, so we will see now. Okay, so this picture is already inserted. Name is, what is my image name? Radhakrishna. And what is the picture? Which type? Binary type, which is nothing but the blob type. Now go to here, this Chrome, and open the new tab. In the new tab, so you have to be install the MySQL. MySQL. This is the connector, right? Connector. I don't want MySQL community download. MySQL community community downloads. Okay, so open this one. Okay, so this is the MySQL community downloads. Every time it get update it with the latest version, I like to select the server. And MySQL again, it has a different product. So MySQL enterprises, MySQL community, it is a one type of open source. Okay, if you want to download and install MySQL in your system, you have to be download the MySQL community server. Okay, so it is a free software. It has a different softwares like a community server, okay, enterprise server, community server, enterprise server, cloud server, various editions are there. Except the community server, remaining all are paid versions except this community server. Right, remaining all are the paid versions. So first we will download the MySQL community server. Okay, so you can choose which version you want, and here I want this. Click on this MySQL installer for Windows, and here. So which version you want to choose, you can choose here. So this is the latest version, 8.0.40 is the latest version. So we should not use very latest because the driver may or may not support, right? So OS is obviously the Windows. Okay, you have to be understand something. Don't install this zip file. Where is that? Here in archives it will be a zip file that we should not be installed. Okay, so it is again difficult to set up like what you have installed in the installer file. Okay, so it is that like it is the mistake like mostly we will ever do. All right, so whenever you want to install the MySQL, don't install the zip archives. So you have to be download the installer file, web community MySQL installer. Okay, so this is 2.1 MB, and this is a 306.5. Okay, so what we have to do, just click on the this one, downloads. So what it is saying, so don't click on this thing, you have to be click on no thanks and just start my download. Okay, so it is a MSI installer. Second one, the first is the web community, and the second one is like a 285 MB or something approximately, right? So as I have selected this no thanks, just install my downloads. So let it be get downloaded first. Okay, so it seems successfully installed. Okay, MySQL installer, community installer. So how much it is? 307 MB. Okay, approximately. Now, what you have to do? So this is I have successfully installed, and you have to be install the another thing. MySQL installer is done. So just go here and click on this. I have to be install the another thing. So what is that? MySQL. Okay, MySQL connector Java. Okay, so this thing. So these are the zip archive. So always we have to be install this thing for my workbench. So here, what I have to do, I have to click on this download. No thanks, just start my download. So this is the MySQL server only products. Okay, so client only. MySQL is workbench, which is already installed. All right. The full name occupies the memory. So let it go first, it will be installed. Yes, it is successfully installed. So what we have to do, first open this. It is preparing to install, so it is asking to wait. Just click on, do you want to allow this, make the changes? Yes. So what happened, MySQL Workbench is already installed in this. All right, just click on yes. There is nothing to do. So let me just take this here. Okay, so here the options, what it is showing: server only, client only, full, and custom. So always what we have to do, we have to be click on custom only. Okay, so where is my mouse? Okay, so this is server only, installs only the MySQL server products, install only the MySQL products without the server, installs the included products and features. So we required only custom, and click on the next. So here what happens, first one is a MySQL server. Okay, just extract this. This is my SQL server, extract this one, and here it is MySQL server 8.0. So MySQL server 8.0. So here when you select this one, it is showing the green button to move to the right side. So you have to move it to the right side. Right. Once you move it, just go to the application, and here you can see, right, MySQL Workbench. Just click on this MySQL Workbench 8.0.40 version. When you select this one, it is asking to go to the green button, move it to the right side. I have moved it to the right side. Okay. I want to install MySQL 8.0. Okay, coming to the application, I have already installed the MySQL Workbench. So these two things are already included. So it move it to the next side, with right side. Okay, now tell me what we have installed. First thing, we have installed the MySQL server, and second one, MySQL Workbench is installing. Now uh, MySQL Workbench is the application to connect with MySQL server. Okay, so how you got the SQL? It is a client to connect with the Oracle database server. Similarly, MySQL is the workbench to connect with the server, which is nothing but the GUI client. So these two are sufficient for me. Uh, okay, so one is for database purpose and another one is for client purpose, to type my queries, inserting, updating, deleting. I need this client workbench, right? So I don't want router and shell, only this two things. I Okay, this router, this everything is not required for me. Okay, only two things are enough for me. Okay, now execute its install both. So click next, ready to, click here, next. What it is showing, still you have a warning with a selected path, are you want to show? So click this one. So it is ready to install, and ready to install it is showing. So what you have to do, sometimes because I have already installed it previously, so that's why this pop-up come for me. Okay, you want to execute, so now I will click on the execute. So it is installing, you can see here it is installing, and another one is ready to install. Okay, next you have to be, click on the, let it be, it is again 78%. It is completed, and now workbench. Tap into the system sometime. Replace it. So it is again 19. Why it got stuck in 99%? Yeah, it got completed. So let me just attachment. Yeah. So click on this next. Now what it is saying, you have already executed and it is 100% done. Okay. So click on next again, and here you can see port number is 3306. You have to be remember this one. Okay. Like this is required for our Java program, we need to be changed it to the 3306. So click on the next, next, and so you have to be give the password. Okay, root, current root password. So what I will do, I'll just give the root because it is easy to remember. Just click on check. So password is also root. So next you have to be click on. It's again taking time. Okay, so what is the password we have given? 3306 root password. So it is sometimes it as I have previously used. So yeah, that's why it is. Last time also I given every time I use the root password because the easy to remember. So it's checking, and that might be. So when you uninstall this, go to the control panel and select the programs and features. When you uninstall that one, it might be not done correctly or something has happened. So that's why it's taking time, I guess. Let it be. It shouldn't take this much time. It will just take 2 to 3 seconds. Okay. If it's taking time, then I need to pause it for a while. Let me check if it is taking more time. So what happens here, it is already installed. Okay, now I will open it manually. So for that, now MySQL is installed in C drive, right? C drive. Just go to this. Where is the C drive? In the C drive, program files. Okay, folder which is called the MySQL. Here it is. You can see MySQL, right? MySQL. So here MySQL server and Workbench. All right. So in MySQL server, double click on this. Here you can see the lib folder. Okay, and lib folders and other folders which are existed here in this one. So Workbench is nothing but the client. MySQL Workbench is there a exe file called okay, when you click on this MySQL Workbench, here you can see my exe file called .exe. Like, okay, what is this? Here, MySQL. Where is this? This is a MySQL Workbench, right? MySQL Workbench. So there is you can see this MySQL Workbench .exe file, right? So you have application also above and configure the application. Just click on this. This is our application. Okay, so here I can double click on this is the workbench, right? So I have just clicked the double click. When it is running or not, we have to be check in Windows. This is the one way. If you want to select this in Windows, just close this and here search for the, you can go to the MySQL workbench. It is showing the previous one or one. Yeah, it is now showing. You can select directly from there, or you can select go to the Windows. This is like a shortcut thing. So today we have seen the downloading of the MySQL server. What we have to type in Google, like MySQL community servers. Then I'll go to where MySQL install default in the C drives, program files, what folder, MySQL. Okay, so that is visible to everyone. So on that time you have to go to the select that folder MySQL workbench, and then you have double click, and shortcut is like in Windows, as just now I opened now MySQL workbench. So there is a MySQL connection, which is local instance. Okay, so what is the username here? Root. And password what I have given? Root. Okay, now see the left side, and just give this password, click on OK. So it will get open now. So what it is already okay, created the database test already. It is showing the previous one which I have already installed and just now installed, no, but still the data, it is showing that previous one, no problem. Here you can see if I want to show this, but again it will be, yeah, but that's all right. This is my SQL workbench. Look, I have just click on username. I have given the password as a root. Okay, and what is my local host, which I told 3306. Okay, now you can see here these things left side. Okay, here the two options are there under the administration. There are so many things, and in this return like Windows and all everything, right? In this MySQL Windows we don't have any database, I mean the server is there inside the server. So we can also create the multiple databases. Okay, as there is no database, as I have already created the database. So this is the thing, how you will create the database. We need, you don't need to create the one because it is already there. And how you will create the database, like here create a new database, create database and database name. I have given my date, create database, and my database name is test. Okay, so I have already created the test database. This is the way that you have to give the command for creating the new database. So I want to execute it now. Just click on this one here. It shows already, yeah, it is already created and already exist, so no problem. Okay, so in the there is here test, and earlier it is okay, no problem. Now what I will do, first you have to do what is the database, and what is the database you want to connect, and test is the database you want to connect it, right? So what is the default schema here? This is the default schema. So what name I'm typing, I just given the root as a password. Okay, so you have to do like this. Now again it is stop working, so let me just give every time. So now you have understood like how to create the database. So we have to be just give this default schema, when you are giving and enter the password as a root, so it got connected successfully. So I have to be check what objects in the schema. Okay, so there is a two database. First one is sys and second one is test, right? And you have already created the database. Now let me just go and write here all the things that whatever I have explained here, so it would be more easier for you, like how to understand how we have downloaded MySQL server and the Workbench MySQL. Where is it gone? The connection seems to be loose, and that's it. Okay. Yeah. So here I will write the steps one by one. So I'm writing in my document. Okay, installing the MySQL server. Here. Okay. So it is very. Let me take this 40. Oh, installing the MySQL server. MySQL server. Why this both the colors look similar? Okay. So first, what you have to do, open the Google. Open Google and the new tab, and you need to type the which one? MySQL community. MySQL community download. Right. And then what you have to do, select the first link. I have selected the first link, right? And here if you want to change the MySQL version, because the latest version it is showed the 8.0.40, so that is the very latest one. I don't want that. Because of that, I am going to be um, change the SQL server version as SQL server version as well, server version as version as 8.0.36. This is the previous one. Now click on go to the download page and click on download. Just for shortcuts. Okay, that link you have to be click on. Again it got stuck, I guess. Let me just do one thing. Okay, so once you click on the download page, you have to be choose the file which is MySQL server, nothing but 285 MB or something, right? We have seen. Okay. So what is that one? Choose MySQL server. MySQL server. Which one? 285 point MB something, right? That you have to be download. 85 MB. Download that. Okay. So once you do that, installer file is downloaded successfully. Our installer file is downloaded. Okay. So now you have to be double click in that, and the new double click just here on there. When you double click on that, what happened in the next window left side, you have to be choose MySQL server in application. I just did, right? I need to select the MySQL workbench. You have to be moved then left side to the right side. It will show the green color button, right? So what should I do in the next window? Expand it and MySQL 8.0 something, right? In the button, you have to see that there is 8.0. Select that 8.0 x64, then move it to the right side, that green button. Okay, now what you will do, from expand that application, move it to the right side. So here I will write expand that application and MySQL workbench, move it to the right side. Work, move it to the right side. Okay, so you have done this one. Then follow the next button. You can do the setting password and all. Next button. It is just looking annoying, right? Next button, and you have to be set the password and all. Set the password. Once you do that, now the open the workbench in Windows, or open it the Windows search. If you want to open in the there itself, you can do that. Otherwise, go to the Windows search box, type workbench, or my just type it workbench or MySQL workbench. Anything is fine. Workbench. Okay. Now Windows search you have done, right? You got the local instance. You will get one window, right? There you can see the password. What is the password that you have given? Root. I have given root password, right? And what is the port number? 3306 that you have to be. I said to remember in that. And once you do that, click on the local instance. In that local instance, you have set the password. Okay, so let me just write it here otherwise. Click on the local instance. Click on local instance. Here you need to give the password as a root, or else I write down password. What I have given, root. My username and password is root. Right. Now what you will do? There you can see the schema. There is a two things, right? Administrative and schema. Just now we have seen here. You can see administration and a schema, and how you will create the database. Okay, so here what happened, like the steps already, the steps which are ready to create the image table. Otherwise, you have to be select that schema. Okay, right click and creating the new table. Like I will show this. It is tables. In the tables, images that I have, it is not gone the previously that I have inserted images. So my table name is images. Okay, so it is already created the table, and you know, right, how to create the table. Once you click the database create table or table name, it is the another way. And how you will create table images. Otherwise I'll write it here so you will get clarity. Okay, why it is going everything? How to stop this one? Okay, 1 second. So this is the thing that you have to be create the database, and how to create the table in the schema left side when you see expand this. When you expand these things, you can see the tables, whatever the tables which you have created, that you can see, right? So this sound is very annoying, but let it be. In how you will create, like a create table, my table, it is already created, no, so it might not show, but no problem. Let me try it in. Okay, this is very weird. My connection is fluctuating. Let it be. Okay, so if you let me just quickly show this to create the table. Okay, where it is. Okay, just delete this one otherwise, and create table. Create table. Images. I given the name as a capital I, right? Images. Okay, and my image name is what? In MySQL. Here, first let me write this. Image name is, what is this? Worker. Worker. I'll give 20. Okay, so this is a one column, and picture, which is nothing but picture below. It is showing the suggestions as well. Okay, so just ends with a semicolon. Close it and ends with a semicolon. Okay, in Oracle, it is a worker too. We have seen, right, in the Oracle, where it is here. We have on the time we have selected the worker too, but in MySQL server, it is just a worker. Okay, so now you can see the tables and images. So just click on this run. It is already created. So in the no need to be done. So now you have selected this is already exist. And if I go to the smaller thing, it doesn't make anything because it shows already created. But no problem. Now you have understood like how to create the database and how to create the tables, right? So here what you will go, you will just now let me go to my code in this. Okay, so who is just tell me this one. Workbench is a MySQL is a server. Okay, Workbench is a client. It is a GUI client. Okay, connecting with the MySQL server. Right. Who is the SQL plus? It is a client. What kind of client? CUI client. Okay, client to connect with the Oracle database server. So these basics are very important. We should know. If it might be the interview questions that, or you can tell it when you have an idea. So like at the time of interviews, it is better that you have to be remember these things. Okay, so MySQL is a GUI client, and SQL Plus is a CUI client. So these are the two things. Otherwise, let me write here. So it is easy to remember. MySQL. MySQL is a, okay. MySQL. Otherwise, I'll write like this. MySQL is nothing but the GUI client. Okay, and what is this? SQL Plus is a CUI client. SQL Plus CUI client. Okay, not to wasting the time, so I'll go to my code. It is very slow. Let it be. So this is my code. Now we have seen in the Oracle database here. Okay. So in my code, I'll keep this in comments. Okay. I will copy this the URL and my see my string database URL. It is earlier it is Oracle. No, now I have to be instead of this one. I'll just go to and put it in the comments. Star and slash. Now I'll just paste it here. So much gap. Again, it's taking time. Let it be. Here I will change JDBC colon MySQL MySQL colon localhost MySQL MySQL colon what is this double slash local host. What is the local host? I said to remember 3306, right? 3306. And what is my database name? Test, right? Slash. I have created just now and show you how to create database name. So my database name is nothing but test. And what is my username? I have given root, username also root, and password is also root. Okay, so I should have given root. Okay, let it be. Okay. So this is like a yesterday program. Okay. Uh, Yesterday program is prepared statement. So today, just now, we have seen this local host in the Oracle. Okay, we connected to the Oracle, and now we connected with MySQL. So what happens when you let me just here. Okay, so here what happens when you execute the program? I will show the exception. No suitable path. Okay, and like not yesterday, like we have already had the build path OJDBC 11, right? So this is for the Oracle driver. Now we want to connect with which one? MySQL driver. For MySQL driver, which is OJDBC 11, which does not support for only for Oracle. Here you can see, right? Oracle OJDBC 11 will support. In MySQL, which one will support? Like we have to be install this. Obviously, we don't have that. Okay, so it doesn't support. The jar does not contain the MySQL driver software. So what I will do, I'll go to the build path. Okay, I'll go to the here build path. Again, it is not working. Sometimes it irritates a lot. Okay, so let me show this thing. What why this JDBC 11 jar supports only for the OJDBC 11 for the Oracle one. Where is this? Yeah, I should have selected that one. No problem. Okay, so it is go to the this one MySQL software and build path. Where is this build path? Configure build path. Okay, for that we need to add the here. This is already OJDBC 11. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to be add the one more jar, which is nothing but the MySQL connector. So let's search for the MySQL connector. Okay, we just need to be download that. Okay, if it is not downloaded with the MySQL server, you can check. So now just now I have installed it, right? So let's go to this one, downloads. Where is that? I just downloaded, right? MySQL connector. This is, so this is again the zip file. Okay, So I have already downloaded. This is the platform independent zip file. Here I don't have uh, installer, right? So what you have to do, you have to unzip this one and extract it to check the row which is inserted or not. So what you have to do, click on this, extract, let it get extract. Okay, so once it get extracted, let me see this, my connector jar. So this is nothing but the MySQL connector, and add it here. Just I will remove this. Click on remove. Go to the class path. Whenever you want this, you have to be add it and remove it, whichever uh, you want. Go to the where my downloads, MySQL. This is the jar file, MySQL connector J hyphen 9 point. Okay, so it is successfully added here, and click on apply. 100% done. Apply and close. Okay, you can just try to maximize it. You want to maximize it. Okay, so this is my code, and now I have set with which database, MySQL database. So Control S, and so which jar files you have downloaded, and that zip file you have extracted. Now just click on this run as Java application to check whether the row is, so the row is inserted. Now what you have to do, go to the workbench and you have to be see whether this image is inserted or not. So for I want to delete this because uh, so how to check that row is inserted or not, we can see this in this here in this workbench. For that purpose, let's see, for deleting commands we can use, okay, what is for deleting commands, here set, it is not going down, set SQL, I didn't even touch this one. Okay, SQL underscore